7.1 practice answers, number 8 and number 10. By graphing, you just look at where they cross. So the point -2, 1 would be the solution. For number 10, where they cross, this point right here would be -1 and -1/2. Okay, number 12. This is already solved for, so I can take this and just plug it in right there. So I have 5x minus 3y, because that replaces that y, equals 2. So I get 2x equals 2, therefore x equals 1. And I plug the 1 back in here, so y is going to equal -3 times 1 would be -3. And actually, maybe I'll just write all the answers like this. My x is 1, my y is -3. So that would be my final solution. Okay, number 14. The easiest variable would either be that one or that one. It doesn't matter. You can take your pick. Let's just say I take this one down here. Subtract the 3y over. I'm going to plug it in there. Okay, so this is my x. I'm going to plug it in there for that x. And solve. So if I add 16 over here, it'd be 5. So I get y is -1. Take that and plug it back in here. So -3 times -1 would be 3. Minus 8 would be -5. So my x is -5, my y is 1. Number 16, this is already y equals, so I'm going to take that and plug it in there. So I'm going to have 2x plus 5 times that y equals -8. Distribute it through. Add the like terms together. Add the 30 over. So 30 minus 8. So x is equal to 1. Take that and plug it back in here. So my y is going to equal 4 times 1 was 4, minus 6 would be -2. So 1, -2 would be my solution. Number 18. Okay, so nothing that's really easy to solve for as far as your x's and y's, so we're going to deal with some fractions here, but that's okay. I'm just going to divide by 5 here. So there's my x. I'm going to take and plug it in here. So I have 8 times this x. Okay, and I'm going to have to multiply through here. So 17/5 times 8 gives me 27.2 plus 6/5 times 8 gives me 9.6y. If I add these two together, it'd be 12.6y. And if I subtract minus the 27.2, gives me -25.2. Divide that by the 9.6. I get y is equal to -2.625, or if you prefer it as a fraction, it'd be -21/8. Okay. Just noticed my mistake there. Adding these like terms together gives me 12.6, which when I divide gives me y is equal to -2. Now, if I take that -2, plug it back in here, my x is going to equal 17/5 plus that times -2, which gives me 1. So I get to point 1, -2 is my solution. Okay, with 30 and 32, we want to use elimination now. And you can choose either x's or y's. It really does not matter. I'm just going to choose the x's here. So I'm going to multiply everything here by negative 5 and everything here by 2. Okay? You can choose different. You can choose y's. You could make that one positive, that one negative. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. But this is the way I'll do it. Negative 10x plus 15y equals 35. And 10x plus 8y is equal to 34. Now when I add these together, that's 0. 23y is equal to 69. And divide gives me y is equal to 3. Taking this, I want to plug it back into either of the equations. I'll just take the top one. So I know it's 2x minus 3 times y, which is 3, minus 9. Okay, add the 9 over, and divide gives me 1. So I know 1, 3 is my solution. Number 32, x's or y's. I'm going to choose x's again just because this is 10. I can just multiply this by negative 2. Okay, you can get 21 here. Here will be 12, right? Okay. So negative 10x minus 14y, negative 12. And I don't have to multiply there because that's already the 10. Those eliminate. Negative 17y. And 46 minus 12 would be 34. Divide gives me negative 2. Okay, got to find the x variable. So I'll plug, I don't know, you can use either one. Negative 3 times negative 2 would be 6. Subtract the 6 over, gives me 40. Divide by 10 gives me 4. So I have 4, negative 2 as my solution. Number 34. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, x's or y's. Let's do y's because I did the x's up there. So the common number between these two would be 42. So if I multiply this by 6 and this by 7, it would be 36x plus 42y is equal to negative 12. 49x minus 42y, and 26 times 7 is 182. Okay, 36 plus 49 gives me 85x. Y's cancel, and minus 12 would be 170. Divide gives me x equals 2. Plug it back into any of these equations here. You could even plug them in there if you wanted to. I'll just use this one. So 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 7y is equal to negative 2. Subtract that over, be negative 14, so y is equal to negative 2. So x is 2, y is negative 2. Okay, 36. If I multiply the top here by negative 3, okay, notice that all things eliminate. I'm left with 0 is equal to 0. Okay, that tells us there is an infinite number of solutions. Okay, that are on this line, right? So if we're thinking about the graph of these, this is one graph, and the other graph is the other graph right over top of that. Okay, so you can write this either two different ways. If I get it in terms of x or for y. So if I get it in terms of y, I get y is equal to negative x plus 4, right? So I could have the solution x, and then y is going to equal negative x plus 4. Or if I go the other way around, I get it in terms of y. Okay, if x would equal negative y plus 4, right? So it could be negative y plus 4 and the y. So either of those solutions would be fine. There's an infinite number of solutions that are on this line. Number 38, if I multiply this by negative 2, negative 6x minus 4y is equal to negative 10, and 6x plus 4y equals 8. Okay, so eliminate, and you get 0 on this side, equals negative 2. Okay, so notice it's not 0 equals 0, there's an infinite number. This is inconsistent. So this would be two parallel lines to each other. Therefore, there is no solution. Number 46 asks you to use your graphing calculator. So Graphus and Desmos, put these two equations in Desmos, you get one graph, the other graph. Solutions where they cross, which is 0.82 and negative 2.508. Number 85, total number of robberies during 2000 and 2001 was 831,000. And from 2000 to 2001, the number of robberies declined by 15,000. So, if we say X is the number of robberies in the year 2000, Y is the robberies in 2001, we know that combined they were this much. So we know that X plus Y is equal to 831,000. And my second equation is they decline, so I know X minus Y by 15,000. Okay, so the 1 year minus the next year, there were 15,000 more in that 1 year. Okay, so we want to solve this. You can solve this whichever method you want. I'm going to use elimination because it's really nice right here. So I'll get 2x equals 846,000, and then divide by 2, be 4 to 3,000. Okay, and if you take this x and plug it back into any of these equations, you'll get a y that comes up to be 408,000. Okay, so that's part B, and then part C. To interpret this, there were 423,000 robberies in 2000, and there were 488,000 robberies in 2001.